Brilliance Audio.
The Close-Up, a Hollywood Renaissance novella by Kennedy Ryan. Performed by Winston James and Marissa Hampton.
1001 Dark Nights. Once upon a time, in the future. I was a student, fascinated with stories and learning. I studied philosophy, poetry, history, the occult, and the art and science of love and magic. I had a vast library at my father's home and collected thousands of volumes of fantastic tales. I learned all about ancient races and bygone times, about myths and legends, and dreams of all people through the millennium. And the more I read, the stronger my imagination grew, until I discovered that I was able to travel into the stories, to actually become part of them. I wish I could say that I listened to my teacher and respected my gift, as I ought to have. If I had, I would not be telling you this tale now. But I was foolhardy and confused, showing off with bravery. One afternoon, curious about the myth of the Arabian Nights, I travelled back to ancient Persia to see for myself if it was true that every day Shahryar, Persian for king, married a new virgin and then sent yesterday's wife to be beheaded. It was written, and I had read, that by the time he met Scheherazade, the vizier's daughter, he'd killed 1,000 women. Something went wrong with my efforts. I arrived in the midst of the story and somehow exchanged places with Scheherazade, a phenomena that had never occurred before and that still to this day I cannot explain. Now I am trapped in that ancient past. I have taken on Scheherazade's life, and the only way I can protect myself and stay alive is to do what she did to protect herself and stay alive. Every night, the king calls for me and listens as I spin tales, and when the evening ends and dawn breaks, I stop at a point that leaves him breathless and yearning for more. And so the king spares my life for one more day, so that he might hear the rest of my dark tale. As soon as I finish a story, I begin a new one, like the one that you, dear reader, have before you now.
Then. To Kira. High school, senior year. "How's the soup coming, Kira?" my mother shouts from the dining room. "It's done?" I roll my eyes and sigh, but not too loudly, because I don't want licks from Mama tonight, and she will pop me if provoked, or toss the nearest shoe at me. "Yes, ma'am." I lift the lid from the fish soup, drawing in a deep breath of the flavor-rich aroma and letting the steam mist my face. "Good," she yells. "I hope we have enough of everything. All them boys will be hungry." The last thing I want to do in the middle of the week is help my mother prepare a full Trinidadian spread for 12 immature jocks. Bad enough I live with one. Now I'm cooking dinner for Cliff's basketball team instead of watching Vampire Diaries. I survey the dishes, pots and pans of food, splayed across every surface in our kitchen. In addition to the soup, we have curry crab and dumpling, pilau, salt fish, coconut bread, aluchoka, rice, and every other Trini dish Mama had time to make. "Go upstairs and check on your brother," Mama says, the faintest lilt of the islands languishing in her words even though she's lived in America for nearly 20 years. "He lolling off. His friends be here any minute, and he not even down here." I grumble under my breath, but turn the soup off and cut through the living room to climb the stairs. My hand is on the handle to open the door, but I catch myself just in time. Growing up, Cliff and I were closer to each other than to my sister Janice, who is 4 years older than him and 5 years older than I am. Cliff and I are what some call Irish twins, born only 13 months apart. "Ain't no child of mine Irish nothing," Mama says. "Instead, we're her Trini twins." Still, the days when I could barge into Cliff's room unannounced are long gone. You interrupt a boy's quiet time with his bottle of lotion in one hand and his dick in the other, you learn to knock, quick. "What you want?" His newly deeper voice demands from the other side of the door.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?